This week in a conversation, it's going to be a very quick change. It's going to be uh, Ardine asking me a few questions regarding the latest activities of Bittersweet Memories of Spring. I have not been able to, for the past couple of weeks, to bring a new author in the conversation, but that will change very soon. Um, Reason being is just the fact that I'm right now in the middle of getting my I next book, which is book two of the same story, Bittersweet, and I have not been able to really concentrate and getting new writers. But that's going to translate, believe me. Uh, uh, but Ardine is going to speak to me about where we were last week down in Brunel near Palm Coast, Florida, with the book. And also, I have to send a special thanks to impeccable writer Rachel Mesurier for the latest review on Bittersweet Memories of Last Spring. I mean, I really would like for you to read this one too. These are the things that when I read reviews about Rashmi Bordas, Alisa Dale about the book, when I also read all the wonderful reviews on Amazon about the book, that empowers me. It tells me that literature can ultimately be used to share wonderful stories. Um, yes. So you can find a book whenever. So if you're looking for it, you will be able to find it. But also continue to support the conversation. Your best literary shows out there, you will need to continue to support it. And the best way to do so is to subscribe to it. And you subscribe, if you subscribe, make sure that you click the notification bell so that way every time a video is published, it's going to you as soon as possible. Please do that. And if you like this video, please hit the like button.
Here, I'm here with my father, Dr. Ardain Isma. My name is Ardain Isma, and I'm the coordinator for Village Care Publishing. And I'm here to just do another catch-up interview / conversation with him in regards to the success of Bittersweet Memories of Last Spring. So first things first, Bittersweet Memories has been on the spotlight this week. Do you think it's because it's sparking a certain interest, or do you think it's this whole phenomenon of immigrant fiction that's intriguing book lovers now, so to speak?
I like the way you say intriguing book lovers. Well, I think it's the continuation of what has been going on since the release of the book back in September. So if you remember, there was a huge, I would say, applause, upon the release of the book. First of all, there were two reasons for that. Before the release and back in September, it had been more than 5 years since the last time I published, remember, Midnight at Noon?
Midnight Union, yes.
So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people, I would say a lot of my fans were really hungry for another book from me.
Yes, they were.
So that's why a lot of them, were very happy. And of course, new writers too, new readers too, have since been discovering my writing and have also been falling in love with it too. So
Absolutely. Now, you had an enthusiastic group um, last week in Palm Coast at the NAACP event. Pretty much, you were. How did it feel for you speaking to just not just your fans, but also book lovers about Bittersweet and also the connection to Haiti and Pan Africanism, so to speak?
yeah, I mean that's a wonderful question. So I mean, first of all, one thing that really played well for me last week was the fact that it wasn't the first time that I had to speak before the NAACP chapter down in Palm Coast and Brunel, so to speak, right? But it's the chapter that covers the entire first coast of Florida.
Yes.
Yeah, back in 2017, I was there with Midnight. And if you remember when Miss Blanche was introducing me, she also made reference to Midnight and also spoke about my new release, my new book, which is this one, Bittersweet Memories of Last Spring. So standing before the audience, it wasn't a problem for me. What was the problem was the fact that every time you're going to be speaking about your book as an author, especially with an audience that is not too familiar, so there's always this feeling of anxiety. So that's part of the reason why.
A lot of people are asking for book 2. Tell the fans definitively, when is it going to come out this year? Because people are waiting to see the continuation.
Okay, I do not want to give, I would say, a self-imposed deadline.
Okay.
You know, when it comes to writing and publishing, writing in particular, a self-imposed deadline is always good for an author. But when it comes to releasing the book, self-imposed deadline can be quite deceiving to readers, to your readership.
Absolutely.
So in this particular case, I am not interested in giving a specific date because I don't have it. First of all, as you know, I had to go with the publishing,
Absolutely.
publishing. I have to go with my editors.
Yes.
So when everything is done correctly, and I know that the book is already in print, I know that it's real, then at that point, I come back to you and say, look, I have a date certain.
Yes.
Not a certain date anymore.
Okay.
But the only thing I can say, between now and June, readers should have an opportunity to read book 2.
Okay. Absolutely. So now this last question I would say is there a particular book of the moment that you're reading that, you know, because you're such an intriguing author and you always speak about, you know, reading, and also you have our beautiful conversation show. What book is the moment for you?
Well,
what are you captured to be reading right now?
Yeah, the current book that I'm reading right now is a very interesting book. It's an immigrant story, believe it or not, by Dr. Josue Cholet. He's a neuroscientist who lives in Bethesda, Maryland, but he was born in the Bahamas and also but raised in St. Louis, the same town I was born in, Haiti. We've been friends for the longest now. Is written a book quite a few years ago. It's titled 12 Unending Summers, and it says also Memoir of an Immigrant Child. So immigrant stories have been so much, not just in the news, but also in the literary spotlight. So I felt compelled to go back to this book. We read it again. And ultimately, hopefully, I'll have a chance to speak with Dr. Josue Cholet and the conversation. Interesting story where he speaks about his upbringing in Haiti after having been living his first 5 years in the Bahamas where he was born. And then now living in the United States, went to college, become a medical doctor, and now a neuroscientist. So what does that tell you? So where you were born has nothing to do with the person you will become someday.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, this is it. It's been a lovely conversation yet again. What is the next message do you want to tell your readers, so to speak?
I just want to tell them just to be patient. But I'm also telling them Bittersweet Memories, book 1, continues to be, I mean, it is available everywhere you can find books. even on Target,
Absolutely.
Walmart, online, you can purchase the book. This is to say
Yes.
that if you're looking for a video street and you can't really find it, it's because you're not truly
You're not,
looking.
you're not really looking for
Also,
them.
I have to say personal thanks to editor and also writer uh, Rochelle Le Mesurier. She's a British author, and she's reading a wonderful review for the book, which
Oh,
touches my
okay.
heart. So
Wow.
these are the things that really makes me feel more empowered to continue to use literature in order to share my stories with the rest of the world.
Mhm.
I have to say,
Absolutely.
yeah, thank you so much to all of you who've been reading the book. Thank you so much to uh, Alice, yeah, Ladell. Thank you so much to Rashmi Brodas.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much once again to Rachel Le Mesurier with
Yes.
beautiful, well written, compelling, soulful, detail,
Mhm.
just like Rashmi and Alice Ladell
Yes.
on Bittersweet Memories of Last Monday. So yeah,
Absolutely.